Part 5, The Legacy, the Black Phillip Philosophy, Chapter 14, Practical Applications of the Philosophy. The theory is cute. Reading this book in the safety of your bathroom while your wife is asleep is easy. You can nod your head, puff out your chest, and whisper to yourself, yeah, I'm the king. But the moment you walk out that door and she looks at you with that specific mixture of boredom and irritation because you didn't take out the recycling, all your theory goes out the window. You revert. You shrink. You apologize. Philosophy is useless without execution. You could read every book on boxing ever written, but the first time you get punched in the nose, you're going to forget everything except the pain. This chapter is about the sparring session. It is about taking these high-level concepts of emotional sovereignty, the lost leader, and the time machine, and applying them in the dirty, chaotic trenches of actual relationships. We are going to look at the wreckage of other men to save you from becoming them. We are going to break down the mechanics of a fight in real time, frame by frame, so you can see the punch coming before it lands. And we're going to talk about the fact that this job is never finished. You don't get a diploma in manhood and then retire. You wake up every day and re-earn your spot at the head of the table. 14.1, Case Studies from the Black Phillip Show. For those of you who didn't listen to the radio show, the Black Phillip Show was essentially an emergency room for the male soul. Men would call in bleeding out from self-inflicted wounds of niceness, begging for a tourniquet. They would call in whispering because their girl was in the next room. They would call in asking how to get their dignity back after handing it over on a silver platter for 5 years. Let's look at a few archetypes we saw over and over again. Danny archetype, the apologetic hostage. Danny was a regular on the show. He was a good guy, a sweet guy, and he was absolutely terrified of his woman. He would call in and say, Patrice, I want to go to this event. But she says, if I go, she's going to be mad. And I would ask him, so? And he would stutter. Well, I don't want her to be mad. Danny's problem and your problem is that he equated her anger with his failure. He believed that if the passenger was screaming, the car must be driving off a cliff. He didn't understand that she was screaming because she wanted to see if he would turn the wheel just to shut her up. The fix for the Danny archetype is the protocol of indifference. You have to practice the art of not caring about her reaction. I am going to the event. I'll be mad. Okay, be mad. I'll see you when I get back. Danny couldn't do it because he was addicted to the false peace. He would rather be miserable and together than happy and potentially alone. He was negotiating with a terrorist who had a water pistol, acting like she had a nuke. The Jeff archetype, the logical debater, Jeff would call in and try to explain how he won an argument with facts. She said I never do anything for her, so I showed her the receipts from dinner, the plane tickets I bought, and the log of chores I did. Jeff is an idiot. Jeff thinks he is in a court of law. He thinks the judge is rational. The woman isn't the judge, she's the weather. You cannot prove to a tornado that it shouldn't be windy. When Jeff brings out his receipts, he loses. Why? Because he is engaging. He is validating her insanity by treating it as a logical proposition worth debating. The fix for Jeff is dismissal. You never do anything for me. You're being silly. I'm going to watch the game. That's it. No receipts, no defense. You treat the accusation with the contempt it deserves. By refusing to defend yourself against the lie, you assert your truth. A king does not show his passport to a peasant. The Kevin archetype, the buyer of affection, Kevin will call in and say, I took her to Italy, I bought her a car, I pay her rent. Why doesn't she respect me? Because you are paying her to be there, stupid. You are a trick. You turn the relationship into a transaction and you are upset that she is treating you like a customer. Women do not respect what is given. They respect what is earned. When you front load a relationship with gifts and favors, you are signaling, I am not enough on my own, so here is a bribe. The fix for Kevin is the takeaway. Stop paying. Stop doing. Sit on the couch and breathe. If she leaves, she was never yours. She was a rental. If she stays, she might actually start looking at you instead of your wallet. But Kevin is usually too scared to find out the answer, so he keeps paying the lease on a car that doesn't run. 14.2, handling confrontation in real time. Let's slow down time. You are in the kitchen. It is Tuesday. You are happy. She walks in. Her energy is off. You can feel the static electricity. She slams the cabinet. Phase 1. The bait, she says. You didn't take the trash out. This is not about the trash. This is a karate kick. She was throwing a jab to see if your guard is up. The mistake, oh, I'm sorry. I forgot I was busy. You just dropped your hands and let her hit you. The mistake? Why are you always nagging me? You just swung back wildly and missed, proving she can control your emotions. The philosophy, you blocked the kick. You acknowledge the reality without accepting the emotion. I see the trash is full. I'll get it when I'm ready. Phase 2, the escalation, she doesn't like that answer. It was too calm. She needs a reaction. She ups the ante. You're lazy. You never help around here. My mother was right about you. Now she is throwing haymakers. She is attacking your character. The mistake. Getting angry. Don't talk about my mother. Now you are in a screaming match. You are two bitches yelling in the kitchen. The philosophy, the energetic, shut the fuck up. You look at her. You smirk. You shake your head like you are watching a child throw a tantrum in a toy store. You're cute when you're crazy. I'm going to the gym. Phase 3, the threat. If you walk out that door, don't come back. This is the nuclear option. She is threatening the relationship. This is the moment of truth. This is where 99% of men fold. The mistake, baby, wait, let's talk. You just negotiated with a terrorist. You are dead. The philosophy, call the bluff. Okay, if that's what you want, goodbye, and you leave. You walk out, you turn your phone on, you go eat a steak, you go see a movie, you enjoy your life. Phase 4, the aftermath. You come home later, the house is quiet, she's either asleep or sitting on the couch. If you folded in phase 3, she owns you. She knows she can threaten to leave and you will dance. If you walked out, the dynamic has shifted, she realizes he was willing to lose me. It terrifies her and turns her on simultaneously. She might still be mad, but she respects you. She knows the walls of the house are solid. This is what I mean by the time machine. You have to know where this argument is going before it starts. You know she's going to escalate. You know she's going to de-escalate. You know she's going to threaten. If you anticipate it, you don't react to it. You just execute the protocol. 14.3, the continuous work of self-correction. Here is the bad news. You never win the belt forever. You have to defend the title every single day. You think, okay, I did the Black Phillip thing. I stood my ground. We had great sex. Now I have to relax. No. 6 months from now, she's going to check if you are still that guy. She is going to test the fence again. It is nature. The ocean tests the salt to shore every time the tide comes in. It doesn't hate the shore. It's just being the ocean. The karate class analogy. When a woman meets you, she enters your dojo. She is a white belt. She's respectful. Yes, sensei. But eventually she learns your moves. She gets a yellow belt. She throws a kick. If you block it, she block it. She block. But a year later, she wants a green belt. She throws a harder kick. She challenges your authority on something bigger. If you get lazy, if you stop training, if you stop focusing on your mission, if you get fat and happy on the couch, she will land that kick and she will knock you out. And when she stands over your unconscious body, she won't feel triumph. She will feel disgust. She wanted you to win. She needs you to win. She needs you to win. Because if she can beat you, she can't trust you to protect her from the world. The Human Resources Department, you must keep your HR department open. This doesn't mean you are cheating. It doesn't mean you are actively recruiting. It means you maintain the energy of a man who has options. You stay in shape. You dress well. You flirt with the world, not just women, but life. You keep your charm sharp. You keep your fang. If you let your fang dull because you are comfortable, you are dying. A lion without teeth is just a big cat that is going to starve. You have to be willing to audit yourself. You have to look in the mirror and ask, am I being a king today or am I being a servant? Did I say yes when I wanted to say no? Did I apologize for something I didn't do? If the answer is yes, you correct it immediately. You don't beat yourself up. You just get back on the horse. Babe, I said I would go to your mom's earlier. I changed my mind. I'm not going. What? You promised. I know. I was being weak. Now I'm being strong. I'm staying home. It is never too late to reset the frame. It's never too late to reclaim your balls. But you have to do the work. You have to be the captain. The captain doesn't sleep at the wheel. The captain checks the compass. The captain watches the horizon. The captain loves his ship and he loves his passengers. But he loves the journey most of all. If you can do that, if you can prioritize your happiness, maintain your frame, and love her without needing her, you will not only survive the relationship, you will thrive in it. And she will look at you with those big eyes and think, this motherfucker is crazy, and I love him. And then, when I was younger, this is how you train dogs. It was no